Now I should probably say that on stream.
I'll work the next steps out
Okay.
on the case board.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. So not like I've been doing this for the better part of a decade. Not specifically Alan Wake, but you know.
Get the clicker to Wake and make him fix his attempt to play God.
First we gotta do some case board
I don't foresee
things.
heaven.
Alright. Full disclaimer. I have looked up a few things about the story.
Okay.
Because I was playing in the the watery trailer park section, and I found another sign for like Mayor Setter. I don't remember what it said,
Oh,
but I had a sudden horrifying realization.
that's
Like, you ever had like an idea that strikes you like a lightning bolt?
yes.
Have you ever had that?
Yes.
So I had that, and I was like sitting there thinking to myself. I mean, spoilers for something that will probably happen in this very stream. But I had the thought:
Is that because of the dark
have we
place's
seen
focus on
any
art?
evidence that Mayor Setter is not just a dog?
No.
And I realized we hadn't seen any evidence that said that. So I may have gone and said, "Hey, internet, who's Mayor Setter?" And I may have learned a few things.
That's one of the secret collectibles that I need to actually grab as well.
Yeah, I also found out that apparently the deer head in your mind place will creepily tell you how many deer there are left to pet.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you should go talk to the deer head, and it will, in a creepy mama deer voice, tell you how many deer there are that have not, how many are left that you have not yet scratched.
I did look up and see that there was a
Wake
thing
needs
for
to be
that,
the
but
one to rewrite the
it seems
ending.
like it's kind of just
And I'll need to keep an eye on
I'm assuming it's probably just another charm or something, right?
it's actually just ammo and health packs.
Oh, weird. That's bizarre. I assumed it would be like a charm.
Also, I'm gonna be honest. Like I've finished this game, and I didn't finish. I don't think I finished some of these quest boards, and I don't know what I missed. So
It probably nothing super important.
yeah.
Huh. Hmm. The way Tor behaved, I'm surprised.
Tor, not a good dad.
But he is genuinely sorry. Tor's here in the overlap. Gotta find him and get the fuck out.
I already did that.
Wake wrote Logan into the story. He had no right to use her like this. There is still time.
So I will also admit that I may have also seen what was up with Mayor Setter a little too early, in that I was looking at the achievements. And perhaps there's an achievement for something relating to Mayor Setter, and I went, oh, okay.
No, I don't remember what the sign was. I just found a sign in Watery, and I just, like, it was like puzzle pieces falling into place, and I was like, wait a second.
Was just around the corner. Everyone in Bright Falls was bustling.
It was one of those things where, like, I could not wait to find out. I had to immediately know
Bright Falls had made
what
the
that
top
was
100
about,
American
and then I
small
found
town
out.
list for its modest rustic charm. The town expected a lot of tourists this year, but a shadow hung over the Deerfest preparations. The forecast promised rain. Fearful whispers promised more murders. The police were on high alert. Sheriff Breaker had deputies
Shadow
patrolling the
over
streets at night.
Deerfest.
Bright
There are
Falls was no
these subtitles have
stranger
gotten
to
way
what
out of
happened.
sync.
But to cancel Deerfest?
The doom
Out of
that
the
came to
question.
Deerfest.
The townsfolk were anxious, their anticipation mixed with fear. People had restless dreams. The lights seemed dimmer. Floodwater pressed in on the town. And the
Wait, how does
shadows
Sheriff
poured
Breaker
in
have
with it.
deputies patrolling? He's been missing.
Before he went missing.
Okay. To cancel Deerfest. Blasphemy.
Exactly.
Deerfest is kind of perfect in how ridiculous it is.
It is.
Like, it's just on the border of being so dumb that it's unbelievable. Which is kind of where it should sit.
Yes. Let's get us gold stash.
And this area is red.
It's like sunset.
That makes sense. Also, I will say this: I'll continue to play Alan Wake 2 a bit, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish it.
Okay.
Story-wise, I really like this game, but gameplay-wise, I feel like it's a miss.
Another one of those cult
I'm not
boxes.
enjoying
Another
the
cult
shooting and the running around and, like, the game part of the game. You know?
Yeah. So here's the thing that I kind of wish was in the game would be like a fast travel.
Yeah, running back and forth to places is frustrating because you do not move quickly.
Yes.
I was stuck in that stupid amusement park for a while, running back and forth trying to find things, and it was not a fun experience.
Now OBS is back.
Okay.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say, I actually still have my notes up for this cult stash, so you could follow the arrows, or I'm just going to cheat, because we have a lot of things to get through. It is... that goes down, and then arrow is pointing at you. Up. Feds have Alan Wake in custody. They need to take the writer out, spread the word. Hell, this is a recent cult stash. Cult stash over here. Oh, right.
Another cult box.
I don't understand this puzzle.
Oh?
Because it's just like a weird Santa Claus, and this is one of the ones with a key.
Oh, I can't even make out that picture.
Yeah. I have no
Screen
idea.
it, maybe?
I kind of just wandered around until I found the key, and the key is over here. It's like right here, kind of in the crook of the ranger station.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, when you open it, it doesn't explain the puzzle. So I genuinely have no idea what intended.
The key is next to the key's next to a chimney.
I guess maybe that's what the idea is.
Because, like, the ranger station doesn't have, or, like, most of the buildings don't have chimneys. So maybe that's the idea. It's like, hey, I've only seen, like, maybe a handful of buildings that have a chimney. It's maybe near this chimney. Is it just me, or does it feel nearly impossible to audio?
So my secret is whenever projectiles are happening, I kind of just dodge every once in a while, and it kind of works out for me.
Okay.
My issue with the projectiles is that the projectiles are most often with the speedy mans, and then the speedy mans are fucking impossible to like track down sometimes.
So I think I may know something that might help.
Oh,
Try turning off your flashlight when you're aiming at them. Because one of the loading screen tips said that you can't hurt the shield with your flashlight, just aiming it normally, but that it would agitate the Taken if you had the flashlight on them, even if it wasn't focused. So I tried that once with one of the speedy people. I turned off my flashlight and they stopped dodging. So I don't know if that's like consistent, but it worked for me once.
okay. It seemed to make them less runny. Oh, there's a... There's a cat. But that's in the real life. Okay. Well, I got the key, so I'm just gonna... Gold stash. I think your chimney thing makes a lot of sense. But also, I do
I'm
like...
not sure. I'm not sure if there are other buildings in the game that have chimneys.
Why are we making this so complicated? Just give us normal fucking keys, says this note. Which, like, hey, fair. Also, this stash has, like, 4 of these mega flares in it, which is kind of great.
Hey, you know.
I am going to, like, run back and forth between here and there a bit to stock up on those, because those will come in handy in not next chapter, but the chapter after that. Believe.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing it's like probably this stream and one more.
Depends on how long collecting everything takes, but probably.
Okay.
What I'm hoping for is this stream is collectibles and maybe the next chapter, which is up to Saga's point of no return.
Mm-hmm.
And then next stream will just be the illusion. Let's... up another trauma pad, because I got a bunch in the box. Run the flares back, and then get another trauma pad. Hello. Go. Oh, there you are.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
Okay. The big flares You know what? I'm gonna live slightly dangerously. Pick them up at the next box I run into because I'm lazy. Anyway, ranger station. Going on here. Sweet Limu refrigerator. How many nursery rhymes here in Bright Falls?
I don't know why. I just had this thought. It'd be kind of cool to have one of those like fridges with a clear door for like a house.
Yeah,
So you could like look in and see what you wanted to eat without having to open the fridge.
that is true, and a much better solution than the weird CES. What if we put cameras in your refrigerator that you could then check?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Okay. FBC says, "Stop fucking abandoning your posts."
But what if there's something cool we want to do? Think about it.
They say, to be fair, we got attacked by a wolf. All right, I was gonna
Poor thing.
bug the deer. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh dear, tell me.
Yeah, I assumed it would be like a thing in your case board. That's why I was like, I'm surprised there's not one for petting the deer, considering it's a thing they let you do. But apparently, you have to talk to your spirit deer.
I've apparently missed 5 deer.
Ah. Well. Oh well.
Yeah, that's probably
At
not
least
a
it's
thing
nothing like serious.
we're gonna track down. But
It turns out to access the DLC, you'll have to pet all the deer.
well, I'll just do that on my other file and
Another rhyme.
make a copy. Ominous, but
How is the FBC not out of rhymes yet?
it's a great question.
That's not right.
Oh wait, that's not a candy. This is a candy.
Nope.
Ouch.
Put the mother there.
No.
Do I cheat? Yes. Bright Fall. Oh, monster, not bear. That makes more sense.
Doesn't look right.
I keep forgetting that there's a monster doll, because I think one of the nursery rhymes before you get the monster doll treats bear as monster, basically, for the purposes of the rhyme. Oh, yeah, there we go. Here. And all of a sudden, footprints. Movie bathtub. And then a coffee mug charm that I can't pick up. God, I should have unloaded something. Hey. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. It's kind of throwing the whole I'm gonna do it this way to avoid backtracking as much as possible thing, but we're gonna run back to town. There is an easy way to fix this. And we need to come back out to the woods anyway, so for lunch boxes. What? I'm down. On the boatyard. All these boats.
And we're back with the Pat Main Radio Hour. Up next, it's time to make some
Right. Slight lighting shift now that we're not in the combat forest.
Is combat forest spelled with a K?
No, this is not Mortal Kombat, fortunately.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, did you see that they were selling a goddamn $12 fatality?
I did, I believe. That seems
Yeah.
dumb. Also, it's not
The
a very good
absurd
one,
thing-
because it's like you just put a
It's-
pumpkin on
it's
their
not.
heads.
Another locked box.
But then you also knock the head off and it lands in somebody's porch. But yeah, the crazy thing to me is that it's like the Halloween fatality, but you in the game as you play it, you get this thing called seasonal credits that reset every season, but you can't actually spend those to get the Halloween fatality
What?
that's seasonal. Instead, you have to use the other premium currency, which is time crystals. You have to pay real ass money for.
That's very dumb.
Well,
It's extremely dumb. Why can you not get the seasonal thing by paying a seasonal currency? Anyways, it's in general, they seem to be charging an awful lot of money for the stuff in that game.
That does seem to be the case. Anyway, number puzzle, the answer is basically those things on the pylons out in the bay there. And we get another row of inventory space.
Yay! It's a good time for it.
Yeah. Opportunity to quick. Because we have all the cult stash, or no, we don't. We have almost all of the cult stashes we can get in Bright Falls at the moment. Oh, I remember. Take this opportunity to stuff in handy cheat sheet of where things are. And that on our way back through, we'll pick up a couple more cults or nursery rhyme. Get to the one that I kind of just left sitting there.
More of those rhymes.
Wait, whoa. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work.
Look, man,
God-
things are getting weird in Bright Falls.
God damn it, Alan. Why are you writing about
Probably just
disappearing
blame the dark
boats?
place.
Yeah. The FPC came up with a whole lot of fucking nursery rhymes.
Somehow they didn't have much to do out here.
They really didn't.
I feel like they may not have put their best out here in the Bright Falls
On nursery
area.
rhyme duty?
Yeah. I mean, in Bright Falls in general. Because I'm going to be honest, it feels like the fucking FBC should have been all over this a while ago.
I mean, I think Control says they always had an eye on it. They just didn't think it would get this crazy this quickly, I guess.
I guess, but like, they let an entire cult form down here. There's weird shadow people in the woods that pop out every now and like. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on that maybe. Well, I mean, you know, because all these people that were here in Bright Falls, they were here prior to the Hiss situation.
Yes.
So these people are part of like the old FBC structure, who all kind of suck shit.
Just a little bit. I didn't. Pardon me while I put this here so I can quick slot the better flares. Okay.
Hunting season was up.
Ah, you hit a boat, dummy. There we go.
Lots of charms lying around here.
Anchor charm. Stun enemies on a flashlight boost. Probably pretty useful. I did not end up using it. In addition, before we leave the boatyard, I believe down here There it is.
Another Alex Casey lunchbox?
There's a lunchbox and a manuscript page featuring more sweet fan fictions.
I know she said that the fan fiction accidentally got mixed up in the lunchboxes, but I'm not sure how much I believe that.
You may have a point.
A bad shape.
I think she wanted Alan to read it.
Rose woke up from another dream from her idol.
Dang, Rose.
Another
I mean,
message.
theoretically, if
routine, she
Alan's
was
writing
living
the whole
happily.
story, then he
So
did have to
happily, she
read
realized
those
she
because
was
they're
starting
happening.
to forget what
That's
Alan
true.
had
He had to write pages of Saga discovering the bad fan fiction.
And the hero. Rose frowned. This won't do, Rose Marigold. You know better than to forget. Something about knitwear. The hero liked it? Rose nodded, determined. She'd use the knitwork to guide the hero to the secret stashes she had hid in the forest to help them. Knitwear to mark the spot. Alan will love that, she thought. Now she only...
Alan is also way into knitwear.
Rose thought hard. Mandy May was always knitting. Mandy May would help her.
Also, somehow that manuscript page doesn't give you... this is the wrong... it doesn't give you the clue on who left these. I don't actually know what this other clue is.
Huh.
Despite it very clearly talking about how Rose is doing it.
Yeah, like that would pretty much spells it out.
Weapon upgrade, that's what I want. So I will say this bullets penetrate the enemy's darkness shield I got in my main playthrough, and that seems like that is a waste of 18 manuscript pages. On the other hand, this feedback loop is extremely good.
Saga fired the rifle, hit the taken again, pulled back the bolt to reload. She fired again, another hit, faster, again, yet faster, again. A strange, lethal feedback loop forming, speeding up.
Some more stuff to get in Bunker Woods, but we'll get done dealing with the charm I had to leave and come back for. And this one. Okay. Trimming collectible.
More of those kids' lunchboxes.
Speaking of. Story won't let anything bad happen to us unless it's good for drama. Thanks, Rose.
Oh, another rhyme.
Does that mean theoretically the Bright Falls area is now running on Discworld rules?
I'm unfamiliar with Discworld, so I can't
Okay.
tell you.
Oh shit.
Discworld is the book series by Terry Pratchett.
Yes.
It explicitly runs on something that is referred to as a narrative causality, which means that the more dramatically satisfying an event is, the more likely it is to happen. Like, the idea being that, like, I'm trying to think of a way to put it. Like, basically, if you're trying to make a 1 in, like, 100 shot, you've got about a 1 in 100 chance to make the shot. you're trying to make a 1 in a million shot, you are almost guaranteed to make the shot.
That's very silly.
It's very silly, but I like it.
Oh, also, to answer your question you had in an earlier part, yes, you can headshot the reflection, and it counts.
Nice.
The thing is,
Is the damage symmetrical?
I think so.
Wait, if you can... Does that mean that if you shoot it right at the waistline, it technically hits both and it takes double damage?
I don't think so, because I think it's...
Okay.
Nope.
It's one enemy.
Yeah, it's one enemy.
Yeah. It is a really cool enemy.
It's pretty great.
Patrolling the streets.
Charge my bracelet.
They pick up the
Is that one a
charm, right?
clown?
No, it's like a lady in a jumpsuit,
Okay.
freaky face that I think I think the face part kind of unloaded, and we're just seeing the eyeballs.
Ah, yeah. Well, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's very silly. That lady turned into a shower head.
Just a little bit. Crime from. Get one more cult stash, one more nursery run, 3 more, one. Bright fall. Upstairs.
Can never have too many charms.
Coffee cup. Where is Lunchbox? Probably close. It's sort of close. It's a bathroom. No, hot tip: no lunchbox in the bathroom. Hey. Oh, I'm not going to. I was going the right way, and then I was like, oh, I'm not going the right way. Love when I do that. Oh, there it is.
And another lunchbox.
I don't know, cookies would have been nice, Rose.
But are cookies going to help you save the world?
No, but they're gonna help me feel better.
I mean, fair.
Alright. I think that is it for kind of the previously flooded area. Right fall. Think. Actually, Lying slightly. This should work out. This way. Come on. Go, Saga. I think this is the area that has the most collectibles just because half of this area was underwater and therefore could not get collected.
Makes sense.
Watery and especially Cauldron Lake should go by. Cauldron Lake, like, all the collectibles are in, like, one area.
Well, because you can explore the rest of it freely, pretty much.
Yeah. Watery... Watery, there's actually only 3 things. I just... so... Watery and Cauldron Lake should go by much quicker. I kind of thought I had gotten this lunchbox. I might just be mixing up the memories of my original playthrough. The theme of Deerfest is deer. I don't know if you were aware of that.
But first, I need to address something. I know the last couple of
Oh, it's back.
people passing away. Listen, I know everybody who steps forward again and
Critically? There'd be a lunchbox somewhere around here. I feel like I'm going crazy. Oh. You're not a lunchbox. Oh, I don't have battery power. That's annoying. Shit. That may be problematic. Actually, no, I think it saves when you do nursery rhyme. Okay. That's annoying, but it's not as problematic as I was afraid.
81st annual deer.
Oh my god, will you fall down, please?
It's kind of annoying that it saved, you know, when you finished the rhyme
And
or
not-
the riddle, but not after you killed these guys.
A little funny. Fortunately, I think that means a couple of these boxes.
And another lunchbox.
Ay. One nursery rhyme left. Strange cases. Two lunchboxes, which are okay. Here's the newer plan. We're not gonna die. As the
I
loading
mean, it's
screen
a plan.
as the loading
How
screen
viable
says,
is that plan?
this is not how the story goes. I mean, I think it's pretty viable. Backup plan, though, is we're going to collect this charm, and then we're going to make another save. Maybe pick up some health packs so I don't die. I don't know why this cabin is laid out so confusingly to me, because it's not...
Can never have too many charms.
Shouldn't be this confusing to navigate a tiny cabin in the woods. Yet. Third plan here is, what if I just ignore these guys? Dang. It's a cool picture. I will take some...
Is it supposed to be
Floating like that? Probably not.
okay? I mean, again, this is the thing: is that most bugs can be excused as like, it's probably
A
Alan's
dark
fault.
place. I'm gonna put away these big flares until the part where they become very useful comes into play. Instead, grab a couple small flares. Health back. Just gonna use the big first aid kit because I can. Video game. Now we party. party, I mean reload all the guns, because... Okay, I think I see where I went wrong, so trying to find the... Not.
So many shadow people in these woods.
There really are. But
Where do you even get this many shadow people? Bright Falls isn't a big town.
I went from 10 pistol ammo to 50, so I'm not going to complain too
There's
hard.
another lunchbox.
I mean, fair, but also I do have an actual question I just thought of.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned that like there are those like 5 people or whatever who went missing from Bright Falls in 2010.
Yes.
Did they mention the like hundreds that Alan gunned down when they turned into shadow monsters in the woods?
You know, no.
Because there were like hundreds of people that turned into Taken that you blew up throughout the story.
There were significantly more enemies in Alan Wake 1, yes.
I feel like they should be like, yeah, there are these 5 people who went missing in 2010. Also, the woods are just fucking littered. Well, I guess they're not littered with corpses because the people exploded into light. But, like, those people are dead. So shouldn't there be significantly more than 5 missing persons cases?
You would think.
It's like, yeah,
unless,
that time famous writer Alan Wake went missing near the town of Bright Falls. Also missing, like, half the population of the town.
Maybe that they... Well, no, because it does say that they are, like, normal people who get taken. I was gonna say, maybe it's, you know, like, the dark place pushes them into...
Well, like, I
into
think in the mountains... it's implied that some of them are, like, the miners who died in the cave-in or whatever. But that only accounts for, like, 20-something of the enemies. There were a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe the darkness was, like, taking corpses and using them as enemies?
Maybe.
Like, fodder? I don't know. But it does feel weird that, like, nobody's wondering where Carl Stuckey went.
No one is. No one's wondering where Hartman went until he popped back up in Control.
Oh, fun side note. You remember what's his name? Thomas Zane's film.
Yes.
The one you can watch in the theater, Nightless Night?
Yes.
So you can actually find... I don't know if you saw it, but there's a poster for that in the place where Adi sings his song.
Oh, yeah, yes. No, it's like right next to the stage.
Yeah. I didn't know if you saw that or not, because I think I wasn't here for that part of the stream. But, something fun about that I didn't notice was that the poster for the movie says, it's like, oh yeah, you know, starring, like, it stars, like, a bunch of characters from the first game. Like, I think it says, like, starring Neil Hartman as the assistant or whatever. Mm-hmm. But, it says inspired by a novel by Alan Wake. But Thomas Zane went missing in 1970.
Yes, which is well before he
Way
was born.
before. Yeah. So I'm 90% sure that film is something he made in the Dark Place post. Like, I think that is his film bait that he's going to try to escape.
Makes sense.
Like, based on the Return manuscript. Because I did briefly entertain the theory of, like, maybe everything happening was based off that one movie that Thomas Zane made back in the day. And, like, everything was spinning off of that. But, nah. I think that is just something he made in Dark Place, like, prior to the events of this game. And it just slipped out, like, back in or something. Because Dark Place be weird like that.
Don't you worry, miss, I've got this. He wore a stylish tweed jacket and held up a smoking pistol.
But does it mention the elbow patches?
Does not mention the elbow patches.
Ah. Well, then we can't know who it's talking about.
Okay. And with that, those are the last two lunchboxes in Bright Falls. There's just one nursery rhyme and one cult stash to go that we can get to now. There's another cult stash, but it is we need to kind of progress the story a little bit, and then so we'll save that for later. Last nursery rhyme is not there. I feel like you may appreciate the irony of what I'm about to say here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with a tabletop game called Ryutama?
I know, I've heard that name.
People have roped me into a Ryutama game. And one of the things in Ryutama is that in addition to like your class, you have like a party role.
Mm-hmm.
You have like the leader and the journal keeper and the quartermaster. And one of the roles is the mapper, who's in charge of, you know, the map.
Oh no.
And guess who has ended up as the mapper of that group?
Another one of those.
I mean, look, your terrible sense of direction notwithstanding, like, if you've ever played Etrian Odyssey, you can probably be the mapper.
I mean, I haven't played Etrian Odyssey, but I have played Persona Q, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah, see, there we go. But yeah, I've never seen Ryutama in action, but I have seen the book before.
Makes sense.
I've heard people speak of it. I just don't know much about it. This appears to be some anime-ass tabletop game.
It's like anime-ass Oregon Trail. Seems to be the gist, which is kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah.
You know how Oregon Trail it is because we were doing like pre-game shopping today, and one of the things you can buy is a grandfather clock.
Ah. I was gonna say, is one of the things you can buy medicine for dysentery?
No.
Look at that. Another charm.
I believe if you
Also,
don't...
I just clicked on a thing that says Ryutama equals, and it's a picture of Howl's Moving Castle with the Oregon Trail logo slapped over it.
Kinda.
Yeah, okay.
I believe the cult stash the nursery rhyme I just did will get you if you don't have the if you didn't get the big fancy edition. That will give you this lantern charm that adds a charge to your flashlight, which we are going to. It's good.
Okay.
And if you do have it, you just get another coffee mug charm. It turns out having more charges for your flashlight is a good thing. Alright, there's a wolf just lurking outside, which is very annoying. So now we run. Hello, wolf. Bye, wolf. One last thing left to get. So close. The worst nemesis, a very small gap that I can't somehow walk over. Okay, we were like... Okay. Shoulder check these hotel doors. I'm sure the people who own the hotel won't mind.
Those people just burst in here and expect others to clean up after them.
Okay. If we were to go up here, get in with some bolt cutter. Find
There's another cold
Station.
stash.
have these work logs, which I did this one after the other one, but I didn't write down my good symbols, so we're gonna this real quick because I'll do. The idea here is someone went around and painted cult symbols on the town hall satellite dish, the trash can in the park, and the park. And so, I think the town hall is building.
She wouldn't just wander off and not tell us, especially after all the weirdness at the lodge. I'm worried.
So what do you think that whole thing at the lodge was about?
I don't think. It's better not to get mixed up with that much.
You remember how it went last time? The sacrifices we made? Pain.
Happening again. The gum you like is coming back in style. Also, this guy's got a real good face for just a random NPC guy, I feel.
Some random dude wigging out on a bench.
Yeah.
We learned from the
Oh, there it
last
is.
one, didn't we? Fought our way through it. Held fast.
I'm up.
And now look at us.
That's
Thick as thieves.
jaunt our back.
Okay. One of us needs to stay at the lodge in case Marcy shows up. And the other one should go out looking for her. We can't risk the work.
Lady, I think your paranormal investigator friend is out and up. Monsters live in the woods. Oh no. And with that, we have knocked out
We have.
of, I think we started with 21 collectibles to grab. We are now down to 9. 8 of which
All
we
right.
can actually get. So
Okay.
let's run to lottery because this will make a part basically.
Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
Wait, this is happening now?
I hear some concerning things over from Bright Falls.
I didn't know this could happen now. I had to do this way later. Anyway, what's up, Mayor Setter?
Hello, Mayor Setter.
Yeah, I think the Mayor Setter thing just happens as soon as you find all of the. As soon as you find all the campaign things. Hey, Setter.
What's up, buddy? Maybe don't kill any more cats.
I'd vote for him.
The
Good face on that dog.
movie posters.
Yeah.
I feel like, huh?
Hmm?
This wasn't Nightless Night the lost film, and then Tom the Poet was the popular one, and this is saying that Tom the Poet is the lost one.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure how it works.
The
Because
Mayor
like
Set-
in Alan's thing, it's like, oh, the whole like, oh, we found a clip from his like lost film, and it's the clip from Nightless Night or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What were you saying?
The Mayor Setter charm is pretty useful in that it will just mark all the collectible locations.
I'm thinking we need
Well,
a
that's
Yeah.
the cutest mayor I've ever seen, for sure.
like the one in Bright Falls.
But because I just have a list of them up, it's the most
Mhm.
useful thing at the moment. Anyway, I
Very
feel like-
good, very good for people who are not using the internet to just have a list.
Yes,
But also, in order to get it, you have to find all the campaign things. So you know.
those are pretty clear or pretty big enough. I feel
Yeah.
this one was I think the last nursery rhyme I found because I was like, where is this last one? And I did have to put the charm on and be like, this is not making any sense. And oh, it's just right here. Also, I like these official fucking FBC prompt or like letterhead attempts at writing dumb letters for the nursery rhymes. I'll try to add some complexity and charm. This is a really great use of my master's degree in applied physics.
Again, maybe they need to have somebody else working on this, because that guy is having no fun.
Yeah, you gotta have fun with the dark place. It's important. Oh my god, buttons are hard.
Like, you can't tell me that nobody in the FBC has, like, an art degree.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Again, I feel like this is just related to the FBC's old management, where they kind of just stuck people wherever, and a lot of people were not in the place they needed to be.
Yeah. Under Director Faden, this shit would not happen.
Exactly.
Here's the list of where all the are. Pottery. But I think we're only missing 2, so it's not the most useful thing now. Also, to be fair, this rhyme sucks.
Makes sense.
Not a good rhyme, FBC
Okay, then.
guy.
Charmed, I'm sure.
God damn it, Saga.
Just a couple more dings. I have to fix you up.
It's on the level as your underwater-y joke from earlier. Therefore, amazing. Okay, we actually only have, or no, yeah, we have 2 things to do. Sorry. I had a brief moment where I was like, oh, we only have 1 thing left. And then, no.
A few. Getting there.
Luckily, they're both kind of next to each other, because one of them is at the Kalevala Knights workshop, and the other one is at the trailer park. I'm gonna save. For safety's sake.
Never hurts.
One of these houses couldn't get into last time we were here because it required bolt cutters.
Another rhyme.
Go along with the lady who was married to a bear, we now have a guy whose deer was a deer.
Imagine.
The FBC discovers furries for the first time.
I guarantee you
another
the
charm.
FBC is already frighteningly aware of furries. There's a whole wing of cursed fursuits that they have to keep heavily locked down. You know this to be true.
I do.
Deerfest charm.
I feel like well, on one hand, we are going to fix one of the charm problems here in probably 10-ish minutes. But I feel like part of my charm problem is I don't want to remove the Logan charm because I feel like that will be bad for story purposes, you know?
I mean, also, it would be bad for me. You will now have less max HP problem.
Yeah.
You're already pretty fragile in this game.
God damn it, Alan. You make physics go all weird.
Look, Alan Wake is not a physicist. He's a writer.
That is true. I'm also going to cheat at this cult stash. Because basically the idea here is you need to count up the extra parts. So, like, there are 2 more bumper boats. So the bumper boat number is 2, and then these are for the... what is that ride called again? Hold on. Let me look at the map. The percolator. And then extra Ferris wheel compartments. But I did this once and I don't want to. So I'm just going to go ahead and
Another one of those cult
answer the question.
colleges.
Oh, I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to fight somebody. Also, just to go back to your Deadly Premonition with more budget thing, I feel like these water, like, half people, when they grab you, they try to go in your mouth like Deadly Premonition.
Oh, that's enough.
Die. Also, these people said really interesting things to your last time. They're not saying the really interesting things. Very unfortunate.
Well, you know, the hazard of multiple plays.
Yeah.
Things don't always play out the same. Which is sometimes good and sometimes bad.
But yeah, at one point, one of the people in this fight in my other playthrough just yelled to me, "The oldest house went silent!" And I went, "Wait, what? Excuse me?"
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Considering that the hiss is no longer there.
Yeah.
The Darkness's drinking buddy got taken out.
Operation Bigger is Better is simply not possible from an engineering perspective. I know he loves his crazy ideas, but his schematic looks like a damn comic book. It can't be done. I wonder if this means that the comic book you find is from Charlene.
From Charlene.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not that that's
Also,
like.
I don't know if you ever can.
Oh, go ahead.
Hmm?
Sorry. I was like, not like that's important, but you know, it's fun.
Well, I was gonna say that I don't know if you ever went back and confirmed this, but I can say the two dancing people in the coffee thermos outfits were definitely Charlie and Charlie.
Yeah. I don't think I confirmed it ever, but it's. I remembered one of them was named Charlene, and I went, well, I guess the other one's Charlie, basically.
Oh, because I started playing the game after we had that conversation, and when I got there, I just looked and it was like, oh yeah, that's the names.
Right, we are done with Watery for the time being. There's one more thing here, but we can't get to it because that's how this game works. But it's fun, so we're gonna do it. Onward to Cauldron Lake. First, we open this and hope it's got ammo. Yay! Excuse me.
Ugh.
Just felt a tickle in my throat, and it was like, there's nothing I can do about that one. Right. Cauldron Lake. This is one of those instances where I would really like a fast travel.
Yeah, I wish there was at least a thing like, there's no enemies around, you're not in combat, whatever. Like, return to car.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the main thing I mean by fast travel is just I want to skip back to car button, basically. Almost ran directly past the car because I was like, well, I mean, at least this is pretty, which, I mean, is, you know. I'm reminded of, like, an old Jeff bit talking about I think he was playing like the PC version of Vanquish at some point, and he was talking about how sometimes he plays a video game and just goes, "Yo, these balls are round." His video games used to not be able to do that very well.
Mm-hmm.
This is a video game that there have been a lot of moments where I've been like, "Man, this video game looks real good."
It's a very good-looking video game.
Conveniently, almost all of the collectibles we are missing in Cauldron Lake just so happen to be up there. In the rental cabin area. Which, I'm going to be honest, looks alarmingly like the rental cabin area at my local state park. Slightly less overgrown due to, you know, people actually rent cabins there still, and it's not been blocked off by the FBC, but very similar.
Is it also cursed and infested with deer cultists?
So I mean, I can't disprove that it's infested with deer.
Fair enough.
I feel like our Deerfest equivalent is called Bubba Fest, though, for some reason, and I don't know why that is.
Animals stayed away from the water's edge.
Back
as
when
if
I
to
lived at the
avoid
lake,
some unseen
I did go
submerged
walking one
predator
time and
waiting
go off
just
the
below
beaten
the dark
trail into
surface.
the more
They never
grassy,
drank the water from the
tree-filled
lake.
areas near the
Birds flew
lake.
around it, never over.
And there was totally, like,
Darkness flowed
just
from
a
Calder
big
Lake.
stick in the
Gaze
woods
in the
with, like, a
black
pair of
mirror the
antlers
lake. You'd see
on
it
it,
all around you, and you'd understand.
just stuck in the
It was
ground.
already
And I
known.
was like, oh, that's
Already
cool. And then I
known.
just left.
It was already too
Makes
late.
sense.
I was like, yeah,
Cauldron Lake
I don't know what
used to
that's
be
about.
alive
Don't
with
want to know what
people.
that's about. I'm gonna...
Beautiful forest, hiking trails leading to stunning vistas. Then the government put up a fence, kept the people out.
Fuck the
Yes,
government.
they
We have
said.
bolt
They
cutters.
didn't want anyone knowing the truth. The lake wasn't a lake at all. The dark water a mask to hide the hungry, bottomless ocean below. A fence couldn't stop the flood that was coming.
Damn you, fence.
Nothing could. The return of the nightmare rising from the depths.
You have a cult stash in here.
Another cult
It's a
stash?
key one. It's extremely difficult to see, but it's basically a path you have to take through this area.
See, I'm already noticing the problem you're having here with your writing, Alan, which is you keep putting in lines that say nothing can stop the coming flood of darkness.
You should-
And I feel like maybe if you said
Something
maybe you
can-
just slip in. Well, if you just put like almost nothing could stop the onset,
Hey.
you know, I feel like that would work a lot better. You know,
Can't be opened on this.
You
side.
make a good point. That does seem like a better option.
Look, I'm not saying I could write my way out of the dark place better than Alan Wake, but actually I am 100% saying that I could write my way out of the darkness better than Alan Wake. Will part of the plot of the third game be that the darkness gets access to, like,
Chat GPT.
language model, like AI writing,
Oh no.
and starts trying to just mash the generate button to see if it can get out that way?
That sounds like, and this is a very weird like comparison to make. That sounds like the
Another
plot
Alex
of
Casey
a
box.
Saints Row mission that is parodying Alan Wake.
Yeah, I can 100% see that. Alright, but if you're doing a Saints Row parody of Alan Wake, like... Who's trapped? Is it
Rose
Nightblade?
did
Is
all this
Nightblade
winning.
trapped in the dark
She
place?
completely believes that I am
Pierce.
the hero in Wake's story. She should be a bit more critical.
I
of
could
the
see
person
that.
who
I see
tries to
Pierce
control
as the
her.
Alan Wake equivalent, and like the boss is trying to help by being like, "Oh, they have this new thing," and then they try it once, and just horrifying hand monsters come out. They're like, "Stop! Try it again! Oh God!"
Well, I was looking back at something from American Nightmare because I was like refreshing my memory of that game, and apparently in that they explicitly mentioned that the dark presence or whatever is not creative.
Yes.
Like the dark presence is bad at making things up. It can't seem to do it well. But after it made Mr. Scratch was able to like make shit up,
Okay.
and he like made the Taken better.
Okay.
Because that's when they got like the ability to like split in two and shit like that. That was all stuff they added in American Nightmare, and the explanation was that Mr. Scratch was more creative than the Darkness or whatever.
That is a detail that I did not remember. So I'm glad that also makes some amount of sense. So
It is just interesting though, because it's like I wonder why it took 13 goddamn years for Mr. Scratch to think, wait, why
More
don't I
of
write a
those
book?
rhymes.
maybe he thought about it rather quickly, but it's just, writing a book takes time.
Like, he got distracted and just fucked off and went on a coke bender. Went and hung out with Thomas Zane for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did this... Oh, right, it's over there. But first, there's a man.
You know, FBC, I've just got some tips for your creative writing exercises here. Maybe they shouldn't all focus on things being attacked by monsters or murdered or anything like that, you know?
Maybe.
There doesn't always have to be a monster attack. Maybe you could just have good things happen without a monster. Think about it.
Okay. That is actually the next to last nursery rhyme. And to do the last nursery rhyme, we need this box that appears when you do the next to last nursery rhyme.
Okay.
This is so dark.
I've been there before. Worth checking out.
So I can't up for some. But anyway, here's the father doll.
Man, I can't read any of this shit.
I can't pick up the doll for some reason. That's a problem because I need to be able to do that.
Nope, not allowed.
I don't know if you can hear me just mashing this A button.
I can hear it. Alan Wake, everybody.
Alan
When was the
Wake
last time you
2.
saved?
Pretty recently.
Oh, well, if it saves when you finish the riddle, then it should have saved just a minute ago.
That is also very true. We're gonna just load that save and see if that will help.
Sure.
Like a brittle egg. We will watch it eat your
Oh, hello. I got comboed.
Yeah.
We will watch.
Okay. Let's try this again. I need this.
Fingers crossed.
It's not looking good.
Another charm.
I need to pick up the charm first.
Well, maybe that's it.
That wasn't it.
Oh.
We're gonna Google this because this is kind of important. By having the cursor a bit above the icon. Oh, there we go. You just gotta move it around a bit.
Okay.
Alan Wake.
Video games.
Here's this sweet eviction notice of Cauldron Light, which is weird that they're evicting people in a rental property. I don't think that's how. I don't think that's how that works. I could be wrong.
I mean, I feel like that would probably be a thing they could do.
Yeah, but like I don't think the terminology is the same. I think it's just like canceling.
Probably not.
Yeah. Anyway, I do enjoy that the FBC is like, oh, there's so much volcano gas, and then someone who lives here and is a volcanologist is like, this is bullshit. The only seismic activity going on down there is when the Koskulas take their 4x4s for a joyride. Your email hacker proof. Oh, here's deer.
On greener pastures now.
Okay. That was exciting. But notice this tree says 2, and the paper was like, look behind the 2 tree for the stash key. With that, we can now get the last alt stash from here, and then move on to the final nursery rhyme of the video game. And then this one, they're like, we liked this puzzle. Stop making math tests. Which I say, make more math tests. I'm good at those. Alright, let's shoebox some stuff here. I'm glad I have so many rocket flares. It's going to be good for the road ahead. I wish I had more shotgun ammo. That's the thing I wish. Anyway, to get last rhyme going, because a little annoying. Oh, there's people here. Rude. I think that man just yelled ritual murder at me, which is a very funny thing to yell.
I mean, to be fair, they're also a cult who calls themselves a cult, so...
That's true. I feel like this is more FBC weird bullshit, which is very funny. FBC thinks children can't spell squirrel.
There was big poops.
Big poops there. Thanks, FBC. Really, really nailed the motif of nursery rhymes. But yeah, in the in the case with the father doll, there was actually hold on, case board a little bit because we there was a note that said, "Oh, don't take this doll to the Witchfinder station. It'll be too weird." And Saga's like, "What if I do it though?"
It's too hardcore.
Also, this father doll maybe looks a little, familiar. It's hinting at a thing.
That could be anybody.
It's a really cool Lance Reddick doll.
Kind of cute the longer you look at them.
Yeah. If only.
But we got to make our way back up to Witchfinder's station, which is a fair jaunt. I'm probably going to save at that private cabin just in case something horrendous happens.
Fair.
I'm going to save at this cabin. Oh, no, I'm not. You're done. Well, that's annoying.
That's it.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. Checkpointing. Sometimes a problem.
And another charm.
First try. I thought I had saved at the where the cult stash was. Yes, I did not. Now I will definitely. Not that save either. Oh well. Okay. I just run away from it. Just noticed my rifle is invisible. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I did not notice that either. Invisible gun. I was gonna say, I do like the idea of like the manuscript fragments that are upgrading your guns, but I like to imagine that you're like taping them together in a way they're not supposed to go to make your guns cool.
That would be funny.
Like Alan had a bunch of ideas for gun upgrades, and you're just taking these pieces of a page and taping them together to be like, yeah, I can reload faster now. The book said so.
That's not what I wrote. I was talking about how you could reload faster if you did whatever. That's what this page says.
Gun says reload, or page says reload faster. Shotgun shells go in gun fast now.
Shotgun heal me. Thanks, Alan. Wait, no. Okay, how do I get back up into this way? Going to save again, but closer. Die. Actually, here's the thing about Cauldron Lake, that I get lost in it, 'cause it's big. Woodsy. Not like I get lost in things that are small and urban, but... Or not that I don't get lost. There we go.
Testing.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Collectathon.
Yep, I figured that would be less spoilery.
Mostly.
I was hoping that I would be able
Yeah,
to
so
do
that
like
you're-
one chapter, but I don't think that's going to happen. Say that right now, so...
Yeah, seems like we're about 110 in, so...
I like your theory that Alan Wake basically just has the Death Note, so anyone can write whatever the hell they want on it.
I mean, I like the idea of, like, just rearranging what he wrote. Like, cutting his words
Yeah,
up and putting them back together.
that's also good, creating a hostage, a
Yeah.
ransom letter.
They're narrating the nursery rhyme, but I wrote down... So... We are to Father Doll. Am I dying again? Okay, you kind of
No,
cut
you
out
sound
there
okay.
for a second.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Wait. Egg is baby.
What the? Who is this? How do you know I'm here?
I'm just using my webcam since I had that plugged in rather than my normal mic, so there's a chance that Discord will do funny things with it.
Makes sense.
What project? Indeed. Get to the point. What? Hello? Hey, are you there? Sounds like this person got more than they bargained for. Ugh, this stuff again. Someone else in there too.
Anyway, turns out you shouldn't mess with the dark place.
This will be handy.
FBC guy. Dark place doesn't appreciate whatever you're doing. And if you do that, you get a 4th charm that you can equip,
Nice.
which is extremely useful.
Expanded charm bracelet.
Yes. I'm gonna put that coffee cup charm I had on because, you know, extra lives are useful. And with that, we have collected all that there is to collect. Well, I'm gonna say that there might be some manuscript pages somewhere, but those are somewhat less important. They're fun, but I feel like the main collectibles of importance to grab are definitely the old stashes, the lunchboxes, and nursery rooms. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of fight my way out of Cauldron Lake and get back to Bright Falls and save the video game. Wait. Oh, my timer is way different than the other timer. Actually, I think we do have time for the other chapter, to be honest, because it's not very long. Sorry, Grav.
Fine, I can leave or tune out or something.
I feel bad, though, because you just got here.
Is it a short chapter, then?
It's pretty short.
Okay.
It is not, like, extremely short, but it is definitely shorter than average.
Okay.
It is honest. Wait, now the timer is different again. Because when I clicked on
What
it,
does your timer say?
my timer says a minute 57, or an hour 57 rather.
Mine says started streaming 116 minutes ago, so it's not 2 hours.
Okay, never mind.
Yep.
So
That's
there,
fine,
yeah,
that too.
there is no. When I clicked over to YouTube, it said I'd only been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes,
Okay, yeah, that is not the case.
which is why we got real confused.
Judging by when you started posting the link in chat, it's definitely closer to the 2 hours than the 1.
If it was an hour and 20 minutes, it would definitely fit. If it's, 2 hours, it's not going to fit.
Yeah, that's why when you said we still had time, I was like, a 4-minute chapter? What the fuck? I felt like it was probably not, in fact, a 4-minute chapter.
It's not a 4-minute. But next part should be the end,
Okay.
theoretically.
Is the plan for that tomorrow?
Plan for that is tomorrow, unless the plan needs to change.
All right. I work tomorrow. I'll be home a little bit later than normal, but
Then
should be okay.
okay. If it's okay, if you say it's okay, it'll be fine.
It should be okay, but I probably won't be home until closer to 5.
Okay. I kind of wish the FBC station that starts going off with an alarm, like, as you progress through the game, it'd be like, no, really fucked up things are happening here. Gotta.
So, I feel like this is just continuing examples of the problem of like old FBC infrastructure. Is there's only one level of alarm?
You really
they
do
really need progressively worse alarms for hey shit's actually popping off. But because Bright Falls is like always and having a little bit of trouble, the alarm is just constantly going off, and everybody's just like, yeah, it's that place again. Who cares?
It's fine.
Somebody's fucking with nursery rhymes again. Doesn't matter.
Oh, those Bright Falls folks always altering reality.
Yeah, they sure get their kicks out of changing reality all the time.
Things are so mysterious, they're ridiculous masks. Children's costumes.
Anyway, let's go see. Join us next time for probably the end of on week 2.
Right.
Exactly how I'm going to end off going.
Oh no.
Hey, Magic Deer, how many am I missing? I can't ask.
What? Maybe it only updates every time you've touched a new deer.
But I've touched a deer in the interim.
Oh, well, I don't know then.
I don't know.
Maybe the deer is also bugged.
Maybe. Oh, look at this picture of Mayor Setter. I didn't know this was here. This is how we're leaving. That's great. Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Mayor Setter.